Hey everybody, clearing. All right, let's get into a divine masculine check-in. Quick announcements. I do have the preparation for Sacred Union course live. Sign up is live. It's an 8-week course over Zoom with me Saturday mornings from 10 till noon Pacific Standard Time. There are 14 spots. We've got just over half of the spots spoken for, and I would love to see you there if it resonates. I will be posting another video probably tomorrow with a little bit more information that you can ask some questions on. But having said that, let's get into this Divine Masculine reading. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the collective that joins me here? What are the Divine Masculines thinking about? Thinking about how are they perceiving the connection, their feminine consciously, their conscious thoughts, not their 5D selves, their absolute conscious thoughts on the connection. Where are their minds at this time? What are their hearts telling them? What would they like to manifest? What actions are they taking? What are they challenged most by at this time? What is the solution they're working on for that? And where are things going in the near future? All right, here we go. Conscious mind about the connections. 8 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. So behind the scenes, they're working on so much. Literally, they're working on so much. They feel a little bit like the odd one out right now, like their plates are full, like they have quite a few responsibilities or things that they need to do, or this can just be financial goals that they're not yet at. Whatever that is for your situation, take it how it resonates. It feels like they've given themselves some goals to reach with finances. What is the advice for the feminines here? 3 of Cups. We're getting that no news is good news kind of energy here again. I'm feeling this is a self-imposed isolation so that they can buckle down and either earn more money, or for some they are having a little bit of financial struggle and they want to get into a better position, and they're kind of blocking others out for that reason right now. But you're not to worry about this, feminines. It feels like your masculine has got this, whatever it is. They know also that whatever they're doing right now is going to be worth it in the end for these connections, and they feel like it's worth the risk. It's worth taking this time to do what they're doing right now because this is the time in life to do that, is what I just heard. Okay, what are they thinking about you, specifically Divine Feminines? Ace of Cups and 5 of Cups in the inverse. Lord of Loss and Pleasure. Yeah, so this isn't what they want to have to be doing right now. But they're hoping unconditional love wins the day here, and that you understand, that you can sense it, that you can accommodate through compassion, that you know the love is here, whether it can come together in the way that you'd prefer right now or not. They're also, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm hearing they're having time to think right now. And they do see you as the one that has truly loved them unconditionally. What is the advice for the feminines? 4 of Pentacles. This connection isn't going anywhere. It's sealed. The deal is sealed. Like the love is here. It's established. You have established a connection. There's a foundation here, a foundation in unconditional love. Trust that. Know that that is true, feminines. I keep getting pulled into this very nostalgic. It's almost like I'm feeling the masculines doing a little longing or melancholy. I just heard I think of you when the weather changes like this. Okay, what can we see on the heart space? Six of Wands and the Tower, Lord of Victory. I'm hearing at what cost? It's like they know they have to be working on something, or they've told themselves they should, and yet it's really making them question, because this connection, their life, seems to be passing them by, wanting to make up for lost time. There's something that's like a 1-2 punch here. Like they haven't come forward yet to connect in a lasting way, and they're not sure what they're focused on right now is supposed to be more of a priority than this love. I feel like they're catching themselves on being driven to hit certain goals and challenges for themselves, but that they might be seeing it's a escapism or running, workaholism, avoidance. They're wondering if that's necessary, or if they are good enough, established enough to warrant more togetherness with you at this stage, feminines. What can we see for the advice for the feminines? Knight of Pentacles. In the inverse, this is the slow and steady wins the race kind of energy. We can only do so much on our own when we're destined to come into a relationship. You know, one day we finally make it to the door. One day we finally get to that threshold, and it feels like that's what we're seeing here in the cards. What can we see on the Heart of Hearts for you, feminines? Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles. You make their hearts sing in the physical, in the energetic realms, emotionally, physically. Specifically emotionally and physically. So if they tried to compartmentalize this as just sex, as casual, you check their emotional boxes. They cannot help but feel for you. And that it's far more than just physical. It's both. It's a new turn on, I heard, because they literally can't distinguish between the emotional attraction to you because you're safe, because you are truly loving, and the physical beauty that they're drawn to, the attraction that they have for you physically. They don't know where the emotional and the physical begin and end. This also feels like a very new thought. I don't think I've ever channeled that message before. It feels like they're realizing that when they start looking for what attracts them to you, that they start going into this I'm stopping on the word romantic, poetic, artistic, uncharted experience. They dive into your energy, and it feels like, I just heard they're like pools of water, like your eyes. They're deep, deep, deep. It's deep, deep, deep. It's like they can't find the edges of you, the bottom of you. They lose themselves in you. So isn't that interesting? It feels like they're beginning to allow this deep dive into what is it about you? And they're finding their emotions being stirred. So for these masculines that have been very reserved, stoic, emotionally unavailable, they really are starting to feel things swirling in there. I'm actually even hearing that some of them feel a bit nauseous or butterflies in their stomach or unsettled at the thought of this. What is your advice? Let it work out in baby steps, feminines. This is no longer juggling. Like, this is a turning point where these masculines are really feeling, I just heard lovesick, lovesick, lovesick. Wow, okay. This is on the heart of hearts. Like, this is really hitting them. You're making them feel unusual. They're allowing themselves to see you in a way that feels unusual to them. What can we see for the wishes here? What do they want to manifest? Wow, communication from the depths of this. We have the moon in the inverse, which is my card of things of the subconscious coming up. And King of Swords, this is communication. This is higher truth. This is clarity. They have clarity about the depth they feel for you. What is the advice about this? They want to communicate, feminines, about this. 5 of Cups. You thought it was gone. You thought it was over. You thought you had to grieve this. At least at some point you really thought that, or you're considering that maybe it wasn't what you thought. For those that resonates with, there's a mirrored energy here where these masculines are getting ready to speak. Chariots of the winds of change, I just heard. The swords are the air suit. This could come in the form of a letter, a text message over the internet, that they say something that is direct and clear and deep. Wow, I want to say directly to you. That's a very interesting energy, because typically when I tune into the energy of the online stuff or messages, it's more hints and nuance. This is beginning to go direct. What can we see for the actions that they wish to take at this time? Princess of Swords and the Hierophant. Princess of Rushing Winds and the Chariots of Winds. Yeah, this is... They're waiting for the key, for the words, for the opportunity, for the timing. They're still waiting for the right moment to express these deeper truths to you. I just heard for some of them, they've been waiting a few months for the right opportunity that feels aligned. Advice for the feminines: keep trusting your heart on this journey. Don't take these messages if they don't resonate for your situation. But if you feel the love here, and it seems to be so elusive at times, especially if you've been running into your person and it's felt like there was more that was supposed to happen and it didn't, trust that deeply. Yeah. What can we see for the biggest challenge for these masculines? 7 of Swords and Temperance. Wow, they almost let the cat out of the bag. So they've been waiting to say or do something in the right timing, impeccably right timing here, and they almost did it, but it wasn't quite right yet. It wouldn't have had the same punch, the same pizzazz, the same potency. There was something recently where your counterpart almost said something, did something. Wheel of Fortune, something stopped them. There was divine intervention. They weren't coming either to you through healed enough energy, or you weren't in balanced enough energy at the time. Now, this isn't just emotional, this can be in physical circumstances. It could have literally been like ships passing in the night where you were supposed to be somewhere physically and didn't end up going, or you could have been in the same place at the same time and it just didn't feel right because of life circumstances. There's something here where feminines, it wasn't that your masculine didn't intend on or hasn't been intending on breaking the ice in some way here. I'm just like, I'm doing a lot of this. Interesting energy. Just know that the hand of the divine has prevented your masculine from anything. And you know, we've seen in the cards here that the masculines are awaiting that divine instruction to do this. I've been seeing this for months now, where the divine masculines are connecting to source for this guidance, not from ego. This is hand in hand with that deepening peace coming in for the feminines. What is the solution for this challenge? The Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. There's that steely stare again. It's like continuing to plug away at all the things in the material realm that need to be done for the long term, and all the while, eye on the prize. I heard you're not going anywhere. You are mine. So some of these masculines, you know, it's not creepy, it's not controlling. They keep a watchful eye on this connection, a finger on the pulse of what it feels like, because they're just as mesmerized and hooked on this journey as you are, feminines. Like, these masculines are reaping the benefit of spiritual growth, of abundance, of alignment, of release of karma, just like you are. It's all happening for all of us, and they're as vigilant and curious about the changing weather, the divine instruction in these connections as you are. What is the advice for the feminines? 8 of Wands. Keep trusting that inner knowing. I'm hearing, pay attention to the inner dialogue. It's funny because this is usually a card of telepathic connection in the upright, and in the inverse like this, I'm still getting that there are telepathic messages coming through, but they're very elusive. They're different than usual. Why is that so? I'm going to clarify that. Why am I getting that? It may be that there is a new opening for the telepathic connection. It's a deepening, but let's see what the cards have to say. What am I getting here? Knight of Wands in progress. Okay. These masculines are trying to mask their passion for you right now because they don't want to ruin the surprise. They want to be able to come forward in the material realm and not tip you off in the energetic realms, but they're also trying to behave themselves intimately in the 5D right now because they're also saving that for your togetherness. So they're abstaining even in the physical right now, and they're approaching, or in the 5D, from fantasizing, hubba time. And they're keeping their energy close, but they are speaking to you in a different way. So if you have had 5D intimate connection, for instance, that's a very familiar energy signature. Because they are toning that down, and may have for a while, it feels as though some of those messages won't be coming through with the hot and heavy. That can be Cupid's love arrows. So in the inverse like that sensual stuff might not be accompanying the messages coming through. I just heard, if you feel that you have been, if you feel your counterpart has been watching you, like feeling like they're behind you, or I'm even getting weird stuff like hidden camera vibes, or like wondering if others are reporting back to them intentionally with information. Things like that, you're not wrong. Don't take that as a suggestive message. Take that only if you've had that thought recently. That's the kind of trusting what you're picking up on here. And as you become more sensitive, divine feminines, your masculines also are aware that you're that sensitive and are using that as a measure of sovereignty. Beautiful masculines. Okay, so the message I just got was, because you're so sensitive energetically that way, feminines, your masculines are being refined by this because they're learning through this journey that every time they put their energy into your bubble, you respond. You reach out, you give a mirrored feedback, you say something relevant to it. It gets through to you from them. They're not telling you this, but you're confirming it with your feedback, the way you're navigating this journey. Many times you have said and done things that has completely proven to your masculine that you pick up on their energy. And this is helping them become more refined and masterful with that, more accountable, more responsible, more righteous. And so it's a little bit of a game of cat and mouse in the energetic levels. And as you begin to, I'm seeing like almost like different colored yarn strings all tied up, because you're able to now pinpoint messages that don't come through on that sensual frequency, or differentiate the sensual stuff from other things. You're going to be able to more clearly pinpoint a spectrum of energetic exchange of energy with a lot of mastery. Another reason these connections don't come in quickly is because we learn this energetic interaction. We don't necessarily learn this when we're smashed up in relationships. This is something that at a distance we attune to each other with. With soul connections, this is part of it. I'm seeing a harp being played with the different notes and frequencies of the carrier frequencies that counterparts can hone together. Wow. And so yes, these masculines do want to be able to present themselves in the physical. They don't want it to be, they don't want the surprise, the human experience to be ruined by this energetic stuff confirming it prior fully. They want some of it to be mystery for when it's time. Wow, this is such a beautiful message. What can we get for, oh, got shivers too. What can we get for the near future here? Hermit and Four of Swords. So there is some meditation happening here. We got those earlier messages where the masculines are taking this time to contemplate. It's like their focus has shifted to gratitude, appreciation, delight in who you are in a personal way. You're not just any feminine, you're their feminine. It's like calling it in, feeling it deeply, being shown the big picture, being shown destiny and path. It's like really sinking into them that they are so honored and blessed and favored by God to have someone like you. What can we see for the advice for the feminines? 10 of Pentacles. So just know that, it can defy logic when there's spaciousness and things not coming forward in the 3D for prolonged periods of time. Only you know if these messages are true or if it's a stretch to make your situation fit this reading. But if this is resonating, allowing yourself to believe it. And I'm hearing one of the best ways to anchor that belief is to give praise and glory to God for it all. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.